The Denver Broncos, one of the most iconic franchises in the National Football League (NFL), are at a crucial juncture in planning and rebuilding their roster. With the goal of strengthening the team for the coming years, the Broncos front office has focused its attention on two main fronts: signing free agents in the current market and renewing contracts of key players whose deals are nearing their end. Among these players, one name stands out: pass rusher Nik Bonitto, who is coming off an exceptional 2024 season and has become a cornerstone of the Broncos' defensive scheme. In this article, we will explore the Denver Broncos' strategies in the free agent market, the importance of Nik Bonitto to the team's future, the prospects of his contract renewal, and the financial challenges the franchise faces in retaining its young and promising talent. Fans who watch our videos haven't yet subscribed to our channel. If you're a true Denver Broncos fan, don't miss this opportunity. Subscribe now to receive the latest news, updates, and comprehensive NFL coverage about your team. We sincerely thank you for your support and for joining us in sharing everything about the Denver Broncos. Continuing on. The free agency period is always a time of high anticipation and movement in the NFL. For the Denver Broncos, this phase represents an opportunity to address roster weaknesses and bring experience and depth to the team. Currently, the Broncos front office is focused on negotiating with players whose contracts are about to expire, both from other teams and their own players who may become free agents. This strategy is not new. The Colorado-based team has a history of seeking talent in the free agent market to complement its core roster. However, the current focus appears to be more selective, aiming to sign players who fit head coach Sean Payton's system and can contribute immediately to the team's success. After the initial frenzy of signings, the Broncos' attention is expected to shift to an equally important aspect: renewing contracts of players whose current deals are nearing their end. Among these players, Nik Bonitto stands out as a top priority. Nik Bonitto, selected by the Broncos in the second round of the 2022 draft, quickly established himself as a pillar of the team's defense. In 2024, he had a standout season, recording 35 sacks and scoring 2 defensive touchdowns. His ability to pressure opposing quarterbacks and his versatility in different defensive schemes have made him one of the most valuable players on the roster. Bonitto is not just an individual talent. He also represents the success of the Broncos' model for developing young players. The franchise has a history of investing in promising talent and helping them reach their full potential. This model has been reinforced by General Manager George Paton, who emphasized the importance of recruiting and developing young players as part of the team's long-term philosophy. During the NFL Combine, Paton made it clear that renewing Bonitto's contract is a priority. "It's a priority," the executive stated. "You see our model. We recruit young talent, develop them, and reward them. Even players like Garrett Bullies have been treated this way. We like to take care of our own and will evaluate. Nik, without a doubt, had an exceptional year. He's a dynamic player, and we want to keep him here for a long time." The question now occupying the minds of fans and the Broncos front office is, how much will it cost to keep Nik Bonitto on the team? The pass rusher market in the NFL is one of the most competitive and well-compensated, with elite players signing astronomical contracts. For context, Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns recently signed a deal paying him $40 million per year, making him one of the highest-paid players in the league. In Bonitto's case, negotiations are expected to start around $23 million per season, according to NFL sources cited by Zach Stevens of DNVR. This figure may seem high at first glance, but compared to the salaries of top pass rushers in the league, it's considered a bargain. A contract in this range would place Bonitto among the top 10 highest-paid players at his position, reflecting his on-field impact and growth potential. Spotrac.com, a website specializing in sports contract analysis, estimates Benito's market value at approximately $25.5 million per year. This would make him the seventh highest paid pass rusher in the NFL, behind names like Nick Bosa, T.J. Watt, and Myles Garrett. Given his performance in 2024, it's likely that Benito and his team will seek a contract placing him among the top 10 highest average annual salaries in the league. Renewing Nick Benito's contract won't be an easy task for the Denver Broncos. The franchise faces significant financial challenges, including salary cap limitations and the need to balance paying its star players while maintaining a competitive and balanced roster. Additionally, the Broncos have other key players who may also require contract extensions in the coming years. Managing these financial demands will require strategic planning and potentially tough decisions about which players to retain and which to let go. However, the Broncos front office appears determined to keep Benito on the team. His combination of youth, talent, and on-field impact makes him a valuable investment for the franchise's future. Moreover, his presence on the roster sends a clear message to other players. The Broncos value and reward those who dedicate themselves and contribute to the team's success. As negotiations between the Denver Broncos and Nick Benito continue, fans can expect a process that may take weeks or even months. NFL contract renewals are rarely straightforward, involving complex salary negotiations, signing bonuses, and guaranteed clauses. However, one thing is certain. The Broncos intend to keep Benito on the team beyond 2025. His presence is seen as essential to the team's future success, and his renewal would be a significant step in building a dominant defense for the years to come. As we await the outcome of this story, one thing is clear. Nick Benito is more than just a talented player. He is a symbol of the Denver Broncos' commitment to developing young talent and building a winning team. Stay tuned, as the next chapters promise to be exciting for Broncos fans. The Denver Broncos need to bolster their offense in free agency. They should rush to sign this former AFC West running back. With the deep running back class in the 2025 NFL Draft, the free agent market for the position has never been less special. The last offseason saw players like Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, and Saquon Barkley cash in. The best free agent running back this offseason was Najee Harris, who actually signed a one-year deal with the Los Angeles Chargers. The deal could be worth up to $925 million, but the contract includes only $5.25 million in guaranteed money. For a running back who has hit the 1,000-yard mark in every season of his career and never missed a game, this is a shockingly low number. Harris couldn't even secure a multi-year deal on the open market, and it really seemed like he had to settle here. With Harris signing with L.A., this opens the door for the Denver Broncos to sign their former starting RB at a bargain. J.K. Dobbins would be a great fit for the Denver Broncos for a year or two. Dobbins just turned 26 and has been in the NFL since 2021. However, Dobbins has had terrible luck with injuries. He played 0 games in 2021, 8 in 2022, and 1 in 2023. However, in 2024, he managed to play 13 games, rushing for 905 yards and 9 touchdowns for the Chargers. In 37 career games, Dobbins has rushed for 2,252 yards and averaged 5.2 yards per carry. Over a 17-game season, Dobbins is actually averaging 1,035 yards and 10 touchdowns. I understand that when he's on the field is a big point here, but we've seen this Broncos coaching staff excel as one of the best in the NFL. The Broncos are among the teams with the fewest injuries in the NFL over the past 2 seasons. Additionally, with how cheaply Najee Harris signed with the Los Angeles Chargers, it likely means J.K. Dobbins will be even cheaper. This would be a great low-risk, high-reward signing for the Broncos. If they can get Dobbins on the field for $15 games in 2025, we could be looking at a strong rushing attack. And even if the Broncos sign J.K. Dobbins, they could still turn to the 2025 NFL Draft to find some production there. I struggle to see a downside to making this potential signing. At the very least, it would raise the floor of the team's RB room, but still give them the upside of an RB1. The Denver Broncos are at a crucial point in strengthening their offense, and the 2025 free agency could be the key to this rebuild. With a deep and talented running back class in this year's NFL Draft, the free agent market for the position isn't expected to be as impactful as in previous seasons. Last offseason, names like Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, and Saquon Barkley dominated the negotiations, but in 2025, the options are more limited. This puts the Broncos in a strategic position: seek experienced talent at affordable costs and complement them with young prospects in the draft. One of the top names available this offseason was Najee Harris, who ended up signing a one-year deal with the Los Angeles Chargers. The contract could be worth up to $925 million, but only $525 million is guaranteed. For a running back who has reached the 1,000-yard rushing mark in every season of his NFL career and never missed a game due to injury, this amount is considered low. Harris couldn't secure a long-term deal, which suggests the market for running backs is more conservative. This move opens an opportunity for the Denver Broncos to pursue a player like J.K. Dobbins, the former Baltimore Ravens starter, at an even more affordable price. J.K. Dobbins, who recently turned 26, entered the NFL in 2020 and has shown flashes of great potential despite a career marred by injuries. In 2021, he didn't play a single game due to a serious knee injury. In 2022, he played in 8 games, and in 2023, only 1. However, in 2024, Dobbins managed to stay on the field for 13 games, rushing for 905 yards and scoring 9 touchdowns with the Chargers. These numbers show that, when healthy, he is one of the most efficient running backs in the league. Throughout his career, Dobbins has accumulated 2,252 rushing yards in 37 games, with an impressive average of 5.2 yards per carry. Projecting these numbers over a full 17-game season, he would average 1,035 yards and 10 touchdowns per year. Of course, the injury concern is a valid point, but the Broncos' medical staff has been outstanding in recent years. The team is among the least affected by injuries over the past 2 seasons, which could be a decisive factor in helping Dobbins stay on the field. Additionally, the relatively low price at which Najee Harris was signed by the Chargers suggests that Dobbins could be signed for an even lower cost. This would be a low-risk, high-reward signing for the Broncos. If Dobbins can play 15 games in 2025, Denver could count on a consistent and explosive rushing attack. Even if he doesn't reach that level, his experience and efficiency would elevate the running back room, offering the team a reliable option to complement the offense. Another point in favor of this signing is the flexibility it provides. Even if the Broncos sign Dobbins, they can still look for young talent in the 2025 draft to strengthen the position. This combination of experience and youth could be the ideal formula to balance the team's offense. In summary, signing J.K. Dobbins would be a smart move for the Broncos, with the potential to transform the team's ground game and prepare them for a more competitive 2025 season. Stay informed about everything happening with the Denver Broncos. Follow the latest news in real time and be the first to know about all updates. Subscribe to the channel to receive information directly on your screen and ensure no important detail goes unnoticed.